Is there something in the air here that's just killing everybody's brain cells?
Just don't break anything that doesn't have a face.
How dare you treat me like a dog?
Get bent, nerd.
Oh, what you doing? I'm your lord and commander.
The longer we go on like this, the more likely it is I'm gonna fry a circuit by the time we leave here.
Hangs his head. I'll see myself out.
Did Granny suddenly get off in mid-conversation? What happened?
Hit me, baby.
24.
Oh.
I got the party's one brain cell.
Hello everyone, and welcome to DN Digital's Starships and Scoundrels campaign. My name is Dave, and I'll be your game master. We're using the Star Wars 5e system to tell the story of a crew of a smuggling freighter known as the Mayday, set about a year after the fall of the Jedi Order. Each session is going to be going live on Wednesdays around 3 p.m. Pacific time, so make sure to subscribe, click that bell, do all those YouTube things, and tune back in next week for more action. With all that out of the way, let's get into it.
Last time on Starships and Scoundrels, the crew of the Mayday continued to search through a powerless medical sector of Tapaka City, finding more corrupted clones in every dark corner. After restoring power to the sector, the crew began combing through every data port in hopes of finding the first access points to Lynn's research. Their work here completed, the crew set off into the dark tunnels once again in hopes of finding a cure for their allies.
And we return now to the crew of the Mayday, as you all have recently started walking through these long tunnels that connect the various sectors of the sunken city. Unlike the other ones that you've been in so far, this one does seem to have a moderate amount of power running through it, as you occasionally come across these red emergency lights that give a bit of a dim light vibe. While initially it's nice to not be in complete darkness, start kind of getting your nerves a little tense as you see out of the corner of your eye, like your reflections in the glass windows going out into the inky darkness, just illuminated by a red backlight. You can also assume that this walk will probably take about an hour given the other tunnels you've gone through. And as I'm about to turn it over to you guys, you notice that suddenly Alo has disappeared and H4 comes rolling up right into the spot where he was standing. Who knows where he went? But H4 is here now. So, is there anything you guys want to discuss or do during your journey through the tunnel?
All right, R5. Clearly, you don't understand. You're not getting what I'm putting down here. So I'm going to explain this to you as clearly as possible. All right, you ready? You ready?
Okay.
All right.
Nope. But you're starting anyway.
Is the same thing that I am. And apparently he's trying to kill us all.
Okay. So we kill him first?
Yeah, that sounds good. No, I mean, no. I don't know. What if that's what if he's just killing us because that's what he's been programmed to do or whatever? I mean, I'd feel bad taking him
either
out
you
just
deprogram
because
him or you turn the programming off.
H4 just rolls past them, ignoring everything that they're saying. And he rolls up to the two berobed. Jacques Leblanc! There are two of them!
Honk! Do you like?
Which one are you?
I'm Harry. Almost forgot which one I was.
Looks just like the other one.
I know. What's the word? Well, we look alike.
Exactly alike. I cannot tell the two of you apart.
You know what's funny? That's what she said.
I am in no mood for jokes.
What? That wasn't a joke. Granny really said that.
Oh, that is Granny. I thought it may be Alo.
No, I'm Harry. That's Granny.
Oh
I am more confused than ever.
my god.
Just to be clear, the robes are the exact same size. They're just draped over very different sized people walking down this hall.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure that was known.
Oi, Granny.
Yes?
This is going to be a problem, isn't it?
Sorry, I meant Harry.
Oh, what?
Wait, no, I meant Harry. I was
You
just
are talking to Harry?
apologizing.
You're-
Yes.
Okay, first we have cloning, now they're swapping their brains. This is getting out of hand.
How much further?
I thought you were leading the way. I'm just walking.
How am I leading from the back?
I don't know. How am I not knowing where to go from the front?
Do any of us know where to go, or are we just kind of wandering around?
I know exactly where to go.
Is there something in the air here that's just killing everybody's brain cells?
It's also a tunnel. It's a tunnel that goes in one direction.
Oui, I know exactly where to go.
Check. I'd like to do a system scan of my own body to see if I took stupid pills today.
Sure, give me an intelligence check.
Oh, that's a good roll. 7.
He has been sipping on that stupid juice.
Yeah, maybe you did. Hard to say. Something got lodged in your food tube this morning, but you're not quite sure what it was.
Wow, that's a sentence. That is a sentence. Something got lodged in your food tube this morning.
Yep.
Yeah, it was not a pretty sight.
I never
You ever
thought
seen
about it
somebody
before.
choke on something, except it's not in their throat, it's still on the way there?
I never thought about this. Does Dredd have like a garbage disposal type device built into like his chest cavity for any solids that go into the food tube?
Would you put solids in your food tube?
Maybe it wasn't on
He just
purpose.
clicks a button on his chest, and you hear.
Maybe it was a really
he
chunky
has-
soup. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he has primarily drank things to this point and gone with, like, I think once he had mashed potatoes. Maybe.
Yeah, but what if somebody gave you like a really, thick Moncal chowder? I don't know what's going to happen.
Don't get me started on that. Just a nice monkey shadow with just the right amount of salty.
Okay. Well, I guess we're just keep on walking this way, and he points to hopefully the right direction.
It is a good call, Granny. We should go that way.
Oh, wait, never
Yes,
mind.
Granny's the captain. Listen to Granny.
Yes, I am the
I
captain.
agree with you. Are very magnanimous in giving up your captainship, Harry.
Yes, I am.
Let's find the end of this tunnel before we all completely go insane.
So you guys keep walking down the tunnel. You figure it's probably been about half hour or so at this point. Granny, your lack of traditional sight kind of means you're never getting tricked by your own reflections in the glass like everybody else is.
That's true. I guess she wouldn't be able to see a reflection because she doesn't actually see light at all.
Yeah. But instead of noticing your own reflection, kind of out, and occasionally you do see various like fish and aquatic creatures swimming by through the glass. Most of them are just about as neutral in terms of their force presence as can be, but you still at least see like kind of the outlines of the life forms through the darkness. That is until coming from more or less the direction you're heading, kind of swimming around the tube, you see a trio of some kind of aquatic, vaguely, if Earth terms, kind of shark-ish shaped creatures swimming along the tube in your direction. And then as they get close, you see like very much they are burning a bright red color in your vision. And once they get close enough, you begin to hear a voice inside of your head.
Old one, we recognize the round one you walk with. Where is the one we met before that traveled with the ball? We come bearing a message for him.
Granny's gonna turn around to the group and say, "Oh, do any of you hear that, or is that just me?"
Hear what?
Yeah, I don't hate shit.
I hear everything.
Do you know where Alo went? I was looking, I swear I was looking straight at him, but then he's gone.
I'm sorry, what did you just call him?
I passed him on the way. He seemed to be in a corner relieving himself.
Oh, that makes sense.
It could be a minute. He has 2 livers after all.
Oh. Well, by the way, we might have some company outside.
Where?
Out there. She points in the general direction of where the creatures are.
Harry's
Greta
gonna
just slowly looks up.
Harry's gonna look through the glass with his hands over the.
Anybody who wants to look, give me a perception check at disadvantage, please, because it is fully dark out there.
That was supposed to be a disadvantage. Well, I'm not going to get much lower than that, but I'll try.
So, yeah, Dread and H4, you kind of, walk/roll up to the side. Just looks like darkness out there. You kind of are having trouble battling with your own reflection in the glass. But, Harry and R5, you're both able to kind of cup around in just the right way, or at least just R5, you're able to kind of filter out just the right amount of reflection, where you see these long, sort of shark-ish shaped creatures with a bit more of a snub-nosed face, like a short face looking compared to what you'd usually expect. A bunch of teeth, and they are all swimming initially up in your direction. They kind of come to a stop in the water and are very focused. Their eyes are focused on Granny in particular.
She waves at them.
R5's just gonna slowly back up from the glass.
Yeah, Harry's gonna pull out his vibro battle axe.
Put
it on his shoulder.
Granny, okay.
You're starting to hear things.
What are they saying, Granny?
She's gonna relay what they said.
Oh, those creatures. We did meet them. They are good friends of Elo's, I think. Well, they beat him and attacked him a lot, but then they bowed to him and let us alone, so...
Oh, those...
We did something to them.
Maybe we should...
The evil telepathic sea creatures.
How about we try to find whatever's at the end of this tunnel?
Old one. We grow weary of waiting to know where Alo can be found. Can we leave a message with you?
Oh, of course. What do you want me to tell him?
We reported to the woman as requested that we have not seen him. She did not believe us.
Oh, is that all? Which woman? Me? I'm the only woman here.
One far younger.
Well, that's just rude. You don't know how old I am.
We have eyes. We saw the complexion of her skin. Your robe hides little of your frail frame.
Granny's heart is broken. She looks down, downcast. She always thought she was beautiful.
She is beautiful.
If you're looking for sympathy, these are not the creatures that are going to give it.
Brutally honest.
All right, I'll relay the message to him.
She expects his prompt arrival. It seems that their master has much that he wishes for them to discuss.
Okay, you go tell her that he's busy relieving himself, but he'll get there as soon as he can.
We shall pass the message.
And they'll turn and start swimming away.
What'd you tell him? Did you do some kind of freaky space wizard stuff?
No, I told them Alo was relieving himself.
Why did they want to know?
I don't know. They just asked where he was, and that they relayed a message. To some lady, not me, apparently.
You seem a little irritable. I'll leave you to it.
Well, you're the only woman here, so...
I know, that's why I was confused.
How...
And they said she was young and beautiful, but apparently that's not me.
Wow.
That is very rude. You are young and beautiful to me.
How dare they?
Thank you, Hunk.
They just called me ugly because we look exactly alike. This is unacceptable.
True. It was a double insult.
You are incredibly unique, Granny. There's no one in the galaxy quite like you.
Well, that's almost a compliment. I'll take it.
Can we keep moving before something tries to bust this tunnel down?
Harry's gonna get on one knee and give Granny a hug. Say, you're beautiful.
Okay.
Don't let anybody tell you
Aw.
otherwise.
Granny nuzzles in.
Oh, so nice.
Is so confused. It's that Spider-Man meme where they're just pointing at each other.
All right, I guess we continue forward. Wait, who was the woman? If it wasn't
Yes,
you.
do we know this woman? It's a given name.
I mean, there's Huntail around here, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not exactly the most experienced in Camino and
In there?
anatomy, but
Well,
I think Lynn might have been female.
I guess we asked Huntail, right?
Real quick, just so you know, Granny, you can still sense them barely, like kind of at the edge of your perception. So if you wanted to reach out to them, you could call them back.
Yeah, Granny will call back out to them. Oh, did you know the name of this allegedly young woman?
The name that we heard while she was speaking to their master was Vexa.
Oh, I don't think I know that person. But I'll let Alo know, thank you.
Is there any more that you require of us? Any further knowledge that we may share? Or messages to deliver to Vexa?
Let me check. Are there any other messages we want to deliver to Vexa?
Ask which direction she is so we can meet her faster.
Which direction is she in?
You are heading the correct way already.
We're heading the correct way.
Okay, sweet. Can we keep doing that, please?
Get their names so I know who to kill.
Oh, the Wookiee wants to know what your names are, so that way he can kill you later.
We prefer to remain anonymous.
They don't want to tell you.
Oh, okay.
I cannot imagine why.
How dare they? Okay, I know what they look like, I think.
Let him come into our domain. We shall see how he fares without his precious air.
They want to fight you underwater.
Ooh, a challenge. I like it. I'm ready.
No.
I do have a question. She from here?
Is Vexa from this place?
She came with the armored ones.
Oh, that must be those soldier people we heard about. Yeah. The lady they're talking about came with those soldiers. That what's-her-face, the Caminoan, told us about.
They get a good look at those soldiers.
How many of those soldiers are there? And what do they look like?
They were taller than most, with their frame, but shorter than the long-necked ones who once lived here. They wore dark armor. Their number was uncountable for us. They kept to the shadows and out, away from the windows.
Apparently they were super sneaky, so they couldn't be counted. But they were tall, and they wore dark armor.
Ooh, I can ride into a trap. I can feel it.
This just got a whole lot more interesting, and I love it.
Well, it couldn't be a trap. They're friends with Alo, aren't they? Who is Alo, by the way? Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Jonathan.
His name
Oh!
is Jonathan.
Oh, right, I remember now. He told me that was his nickname. Oh!
The first O noise just cut off at just the right high point. Ah! Like, did Granny suddenly get off to mid-conversation? What happened?
Just gave out right then and there.
Her brain just broke.
Ah!
Had a heart attack from finding out her grandson goes by a different name.
I mean, so what does this mean? Are we proceeding forward? Are we turning back? Do you not want to go?
Not turning back.
We're good. We're good with those creatures that are gonna die when I see them.
Are they planning to be a part of this? whatever happens? Or are they just hoping to chew on the chum once it's over?
So, are you going to be involved in whatever happens, or are you just going to eat whoever's left afterwards?
We are here to serve the one with the strongest will, for they are the only ones worthy of commanding us. Our actions will be determined by their choices.
They say they'll follow whoever's the strongest. Which is me, so you don't have to worry about anything.
Yes, Granny.
Very well.
Harry, you might not want to kill them immediately. I'm just saying, if you got 3 telepathic lackeys, I mean, you're obviously the strongest here.
As he looks down to Granny. Yeah, Harry. What do you think?
I'm sure we'll be fine if we just keep going. No need to stir up trouble right now. We can stir it up later.
Harry, suddenly in your head you hear,
Askergos. Raskandora.
Why are you nodding? Do you just think of a really sick beat?
Yeah, it went Askala, Skala, Skala, Karaskaraska.
Oh, I love that
H4
song!
H4 samples that.
H4, you. It's like if you took a sentence in English and removed about a third of the consonants and half of the vowels. That's kind of what it sounded like to you in your language that you speak to Alo sometimes. The way that Harry said it.
Is it indecipherable? Understanding that some parts are missing.
You get the words the, and then a gap, weak, and then a gap, power, and then more nonsense.
Very interesting. It does sound like a good beat. Perhaps we should send someone stealthy ahead to see. Maybe there is some way we can surprise them. Get a quick murder off, 1 or 2, before they try to murder us in return.
They'd need to be pretty fast, too.
The fastest, I would say.
Good with a blaster.
Or a shank.
I know just the person.
Granny?
Yeah. I was thinking exactly
I
the
was
same.
thinking the same thing.
I'll go up ahead.
Oh, thank you for volunteering. We didn't want to ask. You said you wanted to go, so go on ahead.
I didn't want to ask either
Patiently await your return.
because I knew you weren't the right one, but it's okay. I accept your volunteer.
What are you talking about? Our fight is perfectly capable.
I accept his volunteering. I just think Granny's better.
I switched to Wookiee real quick. Okay, we know Granny's better. We all know it. Everybody knows it.
Okay, I'll leave it alone. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding, R5.
R5,
You're spectacular, buddy.
go do what we all want us to do. Stealth and kill.
God, I hope the waves take me. Alright, that is a 19 on the stealth check.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's kind of, you still have a little bit of time as you, like, these creatures see the droid rolling off ahead, and Granny, you one last time do hear just, like, in your own head.
If that is all, we will inform the mistress that the other one is relieving himself.
Yes, thank you.
And they
Oh, are they heading out?
Yes, I think they're leaving.
Oh, darn. I was going to say they should tell her that he's having a bit of a wank too, but too late. Too late.
But yeah, so you still have a good distance of going off ahead, but R5, you kind of do a little bit of scout ahead, report back that it's clear, scout ahead, report back that it's clear. Takes, because of the slower pace that you're going, it ends up basically taking another hour of this. But eventually you do get to another large door that clearly leads into the next sector. And it's just you up there. This one, you can see that it's powered. There are more lights at this end, but it's still dim light. Yeah, and you got a big old door at the end of the hallway. What do you want to do?
Alright. Check the door for traps.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Yeah, it's a natural one. Well, I find something.
I mean, you find a door.
I sure do. I'll attempt to open it.
All right. Yeah, you push it, and the door opens.
Exactly how many dark stormtroopers are on the other side?
Gonna be Han running my way down the hallway at this point.
You mean rolling?
Our Han Solo analog has left. This would be a perfect Umbran moment. Oh shit, we gotta go.
All right, so
All right, we've got our R2 analog. Wow!
exactly. So you see before you now a very well lit room. It's only about 20 feet off to the far wall, and the walls, like most of the places you've seen in here, are curved. But there is a door kind of directly off ahead of you. You see various tables and things like that in this room, this one in particular. You see kind of a similar design to the larger, like, gestation chambers that were in the sector you met Lynn in. You see a much smaller scale version of those, kind of on like little, looks like experimental work tables and things. A couple of them you see like maybe a little something floating in it, but that's about it. And at least at the moment you don't see anybody in this room other than that. What do you want to do?
Well, call up the group and bring them up with me.
All right, everybody comes on up.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
All right, nice. So, in that case, let me just do this real quick. So there's the room off ahead of you that you guys can all see as you get there. Yeah. At least I'm assuming
What
you
are
can all
we
see
in?
yourselves.
I can't see anything.
Oh, I can.
What corner are we in?
Top right?
Yeah, toward the top, very top edge towards the right.
There we
side.
go.
You said it was like pretty bright, right? Lit up.
Yeah, pretty well lit.
Okay. Well, there's no point in sneaking, so let me go in front.
If you insist.
5e did not see any creatures in there.
I don't see anybody right now.
Nope.
Just don't break anything, doesn't have a face.
Are you guys going in looking, or what are you doing when you walk in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look around.
Okay, go ahead and everybody, I guess at this point we're going to start doing positioning wherever you are. So,
Eyes in the front.
okay. So, okay, leave yourself there.
You're so brave by going in front.
All right. Go ahead and click your tokens. At this point, I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative, please. So, first up in this room, we've got H4. What do you want to do?
Okay, I will action stealth. There's a bad person in here. I suppose not a bad person, but someone I don't trust. 12 is not great, but I think I got the 12. So I will go in. One behind Granny. Then down in between these boxes.
There is a door at the south end of that room from where you are.
Okay, that's what that shape is. Okay.
Yeah, that's what that
3,
shape
4,
is.
5, 35, 40. I will just be up at this. It's a closed door, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I have nothing left unless I want to use bonus actions, but I don't. So I'm just going to be up at this southerly door.
Harry, what do you want to do?
He is going to go northwards. Is there anything over here?
If you want to use your action to look, you can give me a perception check or investigation, depending on what you want to do.
No, I'll just percept. 12.
Just looks like the other side of a like chem lab work table.
Okay. And get there with 40 feet of movement.
Okay. All right. R5.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And check the door for traps.
Investigation, please.
That's better, but better than a 1, so that's 13.
No sign of traps.
I will give Harry a note to that.
Harry just thumbs up.
All right. Then at that point, let's go ahead and well, bam. So in particular, right nearby Harry, and then more so over near H4, you see 3 of these well over 6 foot tall stormtroopers clad completely in black armor just begin to decloak and pop out at you, and they're going to attack you all as you're coming on in here. So first up, let's go ahead and have the one that's on Harry. He in particular is going to... Yeah, he's going to try to use his tech blade to stab you. So first one, give me a defense roll, please.
Okay.
At disadvantage because he is attacking from being hidden.
Okay.
Let me make sure I don't have anything. Oh no, that's nothing. Okay. That should be good then.
Okay. So disadvantage. 16.
All right, 16 is not good enough. That is going to be 7 points of kinetic damage for you.
Okay. Down to 5.
You are not raging, so yeah, just down to 5. And he's going to go ahead and attack again at you. Not hidden this time, so regular roll.
17.
Still not good enough. So that is going to be another 7 points down to 5.
Okay.
Of kinetic damage as he just pops out, stabs you, and then is going to use his skirmish bonus action to disengage and move at least a little bit away from you. And then we got another couple over here. We got one who's going to move on up and stab at... Actually, no, he's going to shoot from over here. He doesn't want to stab. He's going to shoot at you, H4, over there.
Okay.
So I'm going to need a defense roll at disadvantage for the first one, coming from being hidden. So he goes, pew pew.
Pew pew. Number 1 and number 2. That's not going to do it. I know 14 misses.
So that'd be for this one. Oh boy, that's a high, very high roll. That's 12 points of energy damage right there.
Is this considered a missile or no? Because it's not physical. It's just a blaster energy shot. I mean, it's not a physical missile like in regular D&D.
Yeah, but it kind of nerfs that entire class feature, so I'm going to say it applies. You just can't throw it back, really.
There we go.
I would not think that I could. That's
Well, if you were like it's one of those, if you were doing a monk that wasn't a droid, then you're kind of manipulating the force, so you could kind of push it back at them. But
okay. I reduce it by 14.
All right, so you do not take any damage from the first one. As a result, very nice. But he does have another shot for you, so I'll need a regular defense roll for that one, please.
Let's see what we got. 16 doesn't do it. I know it doesn't do it. Here we are.
Here we are. But hey, probably I'm gonna roll less damage on this one. Yeah, it's 9 points of energy damage instead of 12. All right, so that's it for that one. Oh shoot, never mind. With blasters, they have more. He's going to turn and actually he's going to shoot at R5. Give me a defense roll, please.
That is a 16 total.
With your +2 would be.
With the +2.
Cool, nice.
Yep.
So 16, not good enough. That one's going to be only 5 energy damage for you. Very low roll for that damage.
Howie.
But it's got another one, so give me another defense roll.
Okay, well that's a 19.
A 19 is good enough. So you're able to dodge out of that one after the first one kind of stings you a little bit. All right, end of that one's action. Just one more. Let's see, that one is going to actually... Yeah, it's going to move over here and kind of run around. And then over there, you see him kind of start tapping into some stuff on his wrist. And he points over at Harry and R5. I'm going to need both
I'd like
of
to
you
use
give
my
me...
reaction to cast Tech Override.
Yeah, you do so. As he starts to go and starts punching in, it hits the last button. It just... You hear the sound of this little tube on his arm just start to kind of fizzle and spark. And he starts kind of like, what is happening? What? Crap. Yeah, he's going to then... run back over here as you use your tech override to prevent his ability from going off. Yeah, nice.
Get bent, nerd.
Righty then. So that is it for them. Over to Dread. It is your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead.
A bunch of these very dark armored troopers have popped out in the room.
He's gonna walk out and just throw a hand out. Oh, what you doing? I'm your lord and commander. Does it seem like they're responding at all to this?
I mean, they look at you. You see, like, their helmets.
All right.
You see their helmets just kind of turn. The one that you used your tech override on, like, at first they all kind of give this, like, stoic turn, and then he just goes,
Yeah, I'm gonna make a ranged short circuit attack at this guy, and I would like to use a fate point to roll an added advantage.
sure. Which one? Sorry?
The one that I already interrupted and
Okay, this
he
guy,
cocked his
yeah.
head at me. That'll be really, really. That'll be a 10.
Unfortunately,
That'll
10's
be a
not
10.
going to do it.
Hangs his head. I'll see myself out. And he just 5, 10.
Nice. That's it for Dread.
Yeah, that's it for. Oh wait, no, wait.
Oh, hold.
Bonus
Not gonna turn back Granny,
action.
sorry. Yes, bonus action.
I will. Bonus action. I will give Granny a pat on the back and say, "You're up," and give her a potent aptitude die.
And then on to Granny's turn. You have a potent aptitude die at your disposal. And like I said, these enemies have popped up and started blasting away and trying to shoot at your friends and things. What do you want to do?
Granny will make the long journey to this spot, and then she will cast Valor at 3rd level this time. So that way she can affect all of her friends and give
Nice.
them a d6 to roll anytime they do an attack roll or a saving throw.
Said it. She said the F word.
Then she's gonna move back there.
Probably a good call. H4, you're up.
H4 is going to move up here, and he's going to try and panel slap this guy for shooting him. Oh, shit. I rolled it. That's a natural one. Natural one misses.
Yep.
Attack number 2. 22?
Yeah, 22 will hit.
And then I'll do a stunning strike before I roll the damage.
Okay.
He's gonna make a
let's see
Constitution
how
saving throw.
he do. What's your DC again?
I think it's 13.
Well, he rolled a 4, so you can check that later. He definitely failed.
All right. He is stunned. That damage for 9 kinetic damage.
Nice.
Let's drop another key point, a focus point, sorry, for flurry of blows. I can switch it to advantage now.
Aha!
30, 20, plus 6. 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
For 10 kinetic damage. And
Okay.
one
Nice.
last unarmed strike. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 7 kinetic damage.
Sweet.
Would I be able to pass around this box on this side, or no?
Yeah, you could. You're small enough. You could squeeze through that gap.
Okay, so that's 5, 10. Oh, I can't pass him, though. How tall are these boxes? Can I spring up on it and just...
They're desks. They're about 4.5 feet up, I'd say.
would I be able to just pop up over it and roll across?
Yeah, I'd say it's like a square movement to get up on top of it, in addition to the movement onto the square. But otherwise, yeah, you can pop up there and roll along the top of it.
35, 40. Right, tucked back in that corner because he didn't enjoy getting shot. He's still visible to one guy, but that's less than 3 guys. And that's
true.
his turn.
Harry Johnson in your bar.
Yep, he's gonna run up to this one.
Do I fit in that space right there or no? Right above it? I don't, probably, right?
Nah, it's a little too crowded right there.
Okay.
But you can attack from where you are.
Yeah, I'm still gonna attack either way. 20.
20 will hit.
For 14.
All right.
And then attack again. Plus a d6. For 16?
Okay, cool. It hits.
Nice.
That's the AC.
Oh, baby, 17.
Yeah. So boy. Doesn't like it. Still up, but does not like it.
Before he got hit, he talked normally.
And he's just gonna go over here to shield my buddies over there in the hallway.
All right, R5, over to you.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And attempt to backstab. Hidden blade.
Thank him.
Dang. Oh!
Oh, that is a shankety shank. That is a natural 20.
Nice. Roll that damage.
Love it.
11 points of kinetic damage total, plus 66 it is, for 19 extra points of damage.
Are
Nice.
you at 7th level? Because I think it's 4d6 at 7th level.
Are we at 7th level?
Have
Oh
been
my
for some
god, we
time.
are.
Have
Well-
been for about
I guess that one's on me then. So that's 2 extra. 4. Okay, that's 27 extra sneak attack damage.
nice. He's still up, but he's looking real bad.
Almost 38 points of damage plus Harry's obscene amount of damage.
Well, I will. Yep, I'll just end my turn there.
Not hidden anymore.
No, not quite. But that does change. But it is on to his turn. So, yeah, he was going to do something different, but then you did that. So that's not quite what he's going to do anymore. So he is going to use a bonus action to do his skirmisher thing, and he's going to move. Yeah, he'll go right there. Why not? And then he is going to turn back. Let's see. Yeah, he's just gonna shoot at the little droid that was stabbing him. So I'm gonna need a defense roll, please.
Yep.
That's what you get for doing 38 points of damage on a single hit.
Earned
Little ankle biter.
dirty 20.
So okay, so nice. So 20 will you'll succeed on that one. Second shot coming for you.
There we go. That is a 19.
All right, nice. That one you're also good. Let's go ahead and he's going to then.
Weave.
He's got just enough to get over here and get away from your little cover. And now give me another defense roll as he, without the +2. So just your normal +6.
Okay. 24. I continue to weave.
You sure do. One last one at disadvantage for a fate point.
Bob and weave, bob and weave.
Bob and weave.
So that is, lowest is a 16.
16 is not good enough, so this one will hit you. And he's
But I was weaving.
you dodged 3 attacks. I think.
I know.
I don't think you need to complain at that point. So that'll be 14 points of energy damage for you for that last one.
That's...
All right, that's it for that guy.
Did you use your rogue thing where you can have the damage?
You're right. That is...
I forget what it's called now, even though I played a million rogues.
It is called Uncanny Dodge.
Noted. Go ahead and fix the damage accordingly for that for you. Yeah, everybody in the hallway over there, meaning Dread, Granny, and H4. And I'm going to need each of you to give me a dex save in the hallway, please.
Oh shit, I'm still at advantage. Damn it, I hate this toggle. It's still
You can turn
We
it
get a
on. You can
D6
switch the
on it.
setting.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I know.
You should still
I
get
just
a
keep forgetting
D6.
to.
Oh, buddy.
You good with that, Paul?
Paul, you get a D6 to add on to that.
Yeah, I know I do. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna
That
re-roll
brings you guys
that
back
one.
to, you got 7 points, by the way. Okay, so while Granny rerolls H4, your total?
That would be a total of 23.
17.
23.
Nice. You all succeed, so you take half of this as he just goes and pulls out this big heavy gun from his side and just starts unloading into the hallway, just full-on barrage of blaster fire. As you all take, it's 22 halves to 11 energy damage.
How much
you're
damage did you say that was?
11 points before any other shenanigans you guys have. So Dread, what you doing? Dread, you are up.
Yep. And I am going to. Is this the same guy who cocked his head at me, or is it this guy?
Correct. No, it's the same guy. The guy in the middle is the one who cocked his head.
Guy in the middle. All right. Let's pretend our storm didn't happen, and he's going to fire another short circuit at this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
12
Plus a D6.
Plus the D6.
plus a D6, right?
Plus the D6.
That'd make a difference.
Ho!
18.
And 18 hits.
Nice.
Woo! That is going to be 12 points of lightning damage and If the target is a droid construct or has a tech focus, it has disadvantage on the first attack roll it makes against me until the end of my next turn.
Takes the damage and has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until your next turn.
And he's just bow before your master.
Underneath the helmet, it's hard to tell what the facial expression is, but you do hear a bit of a yelp as he gets, zapped.
I was gonna say, I would imagine at least for a second it would be like.
Oh yeah, he jitters a little bit. Okay, that's it for Dread.
That's my turn. That is all I got. Yes.
Granny.
All right, Granny is going to try to force throw this guy into the whatever this cover. These boxes are over here.
They're all desks. They're all desks. Think of it as like a science lab type place. But nice, yeah.
She's going to try to throw him into a desk. Yes, he needs to make a strength save. Yes.
All right. Oh, I don't know why I keep rolling so well whenever you do this. It's a natural 20 again.
Oh my god.
I did it last week. I don't know how that happens.
Oh, no.
It's the only natural 20s I've rolled have been on saving against the force push.
Yeah.
I don't like
Which is fine with me because it really doesn't do that much damage. It's just the only damaging cantrip she has.
H4, over to you. What would you like to do?
Well, I see this guy. 1, 2, 3 in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna try and slap him with my extending panel again. I haven't hit this guy before, but
correct. The one that you hit is still stunned over in the corner, not doing anything.
As he should be. Natural 1. I'm gonna use a fate point and re-roll that.
You have a
With
D6.
a 2,
You have a D6.
Let me add that D6. Yeah, that'll make the difference when I rolled a natural 2. It's a total of 9 right now. Let's see what this D6 do.
Oh.
A total of 15. Still is not going to hit because it's 16.
Unfortunately.
So that was a waste of resources, but that's okay. Attack number 2. With the D6. 18. 18's going to hit, but I just like fun. 19.
Just like
19's gonna hit. I just like fun.
Hit. Roll damage.
And let's do some stunning strike before I do that damage.
Okay. What's the DC again? 13. Rolls a 14.
Damn him. That's
not stunned for that one.
That's 10 kinetic damage. Let's.
All right. Takes it.
Let's blow another focus point for a flurry of blows.
All right.
That's 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Plus some more fun. That's actually a total of 30. And stunning strike again. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if this works. Stunning strike.
Oh, sorry. Didn't hear the first one there. Okay, so stunning strike. This time is a 21.
Well, okay. I guess I got it to work once this combat, so just accept that. 9 kinetic damage and 1 last unarmed strike.
I've been there.
Okay, let's see if this D6 will actually help. Damn it. 15 again. I miss. And, I will just move 5, 10, 15.
Do you have anything to prevent op attacks? I forget.
Just my winning personality, so nothing.
Well, he's going to try to stab you on your way out, so defense roll, please.
Do it. 17.
Not good enough, unfortunately. He just gives you a quick little stab for 6 kinetic damage.
There we go. I will accept my fate.
All right, there you go. Harry, your turn.
Yes. Harry is going to... He's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20 to that one and attack. 27.
Yeah, it hits.
For 12 kinetic damage.
That kills him.
Nice.
You just come charging up, just cranked back as he's got another shot. He's like trying to line up to be ready to shoot R5, and you just axe him right and crack through his helmet. You just hear the sound of his skull crunch on the other side.
30 to get here and attack this one right in front of me. Natural 20 for a 30.
Ooh, baby.
So 23 kinetic damage.
Looking rough, but still up.
And he's just going to move over here.
R5, over to you.
15, 20, and continuing to shank.
All right, go for it.
25 total to hit.
That'll hit.
For 9 points of kinetic damage plus sneak attack, we'll give an extra 17.
That's enough to drop him.
Beautiful.
Excellent roll.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
I'll take that. 25, 30, and then can I attempt to use a bonus action to hide?
Got enough stuff in between you and him.
Ooh, now I'm using the fate point on that one.
Okay,
For 17 total.
their turn.
His turn.
He still knows where you are, unfortunately.
Well, I tried.
You very much so did try, and it was an admirable attempt. But unfortunately, not enough as this guy hops up on top over here, fresh off of his stun. And he's going to use his barrage thing on the two of you. So I'm going to need dex saves from both of you. And Danger Sense will apply once Kirby's able to hear. So R5 and Harry, dex save, please.
Yes.
And
Danger sense applies. I heard that much.
And evasion.
That's an after the roll thing.
It is. Oof. You know what? I'll take an 18.
I got
Wait, do you also have evasion or just uncanny dodge?
I got evasion at 7th level.
All right, nice. Successes. So it would be 21 down to 10, and then whatever your class stuff does.
21 down to 10, so that's 8.
And I take nothing.
Feels good, don't it?
Just wait till I get evasion.
That's going to be a terrifying day for anyone who's not us.
Okay, he then
even
at this
some of
point
us.
sees all that going on, and he's going to run through, briefly open that door and run to the other side and close it behind him.
Can I see anything inside when he opened?
Yeah, I will reveal that briefly for you so you can see inside. Okay, so briefly you see into that room, that much, and then the door closes. Dread, what do you want to do?
He's gonna move into the room 20 feet. He'll ask to Harry, where'd he go?
I saw 2 more of those guards or whatever thingy is what I saw. Maybe more, maybe less. No, it's not less. It could be less if we go in there,
Less.
but there are at least 3 in there. I mean, we could try the other door. There is another door.
Move 15. When the door opens, I'm gonna cast Explosion on the first stormtrooper I see that. I'm gonna cast it on the middle of the room when the door opens. Harry, we only need one alive.
Granny, it is your turn.
Granny's going to move there. And can she use the Force to open the door?
Yeah,
She's going to do it then.
the door opens. So yeah, Dread, your thing would go off for explosion as soon as that happens. So I need to roll some dex saves for them.
Indeed.
Okay, so I'm gonna go starting at the top one, and then I'll go clockwise around the room. First dex save, that would be a 9 to fail. Second one is an 8 to fail, and third one is another 8. Wow.
Oh, that's a.
What's the
couple of ones.
radius?
That'll be 30 points of fire damage. 20
20
foot
feet?
radius sphere.
20 foot
Yes.
radius sphere. Okay. Just double checking one thing. Okay,
It
yeah,
spreads
you
around
did.
corners and ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or
Yeah.
carried.
Just purely was trying to make sure that you could. There was a point within the room you could see that would not be within 20 feet of yourself, which there very much is. So you're good on that front.
The range. Sorry, the casting range is 50 feet.
Right. No, I wanted the radius of the. I knew you could
Okay.
cast it far enough away. I just didn't know if the distance was far enough away where you could. I just wanted to measure it. But you're good. So
Okay,
nice.
got
So
it.
they all take 30 points. Damn. They're all still up. Not looking great, but they're very singed. A lot of the kind of that metal plasteel type of armor that stormtroopers have, it starts to kind of bubble up in some of the more plasticky areas from all the heat in the room.
As part of the attack, can I follow that up with "Kneel before Drod"?
Sure. Give me an intimidation check at disadvantage.
You really want people to kneel before you today, huh?
He just needs a win.
Hey, you gotta win. You get 30 points of fire damage.
It's substantial.
7.
Unfortunately, 7 is not going to quite do it for him. They don't.
Yeah.
You see a different one that kind of just like, you can tell at this point that it's cocking its head just in confusion. It's just, huh?
You all have some kind of chronic neck injury.
Anything else for? Actually, it's Granny's turn. So anything else for Granny?
Yeah, it's her turn.
Did opening the door count as an action?
Because you had to use a force power to do it. Yeah, it's your. I assume it's an action too. I would allow force push to do that. You're basically just pushing a button.
Yes,
if you-
it is
if
an
you
action.
physically-
It says I can exert fine control on objects. So yeah, it's mage hand plus I can push people around.
So, but unfortunately, yeah, it'll take your action to do that then.
Then Granny will move a bit closer.
H4. Top of round 4. Your turn.
Oh, I can see some guys far away. Wow. Yeah, I have little to no range. Leaning towards no range. So that's 10 feet.
Oh, and your attacks. Yes.
Yeah, no, I can run a distance or roll a distance, but I cannot punch a distance.
It's a very short
So-
distance you can punch.
Yeah, too much from there. So I'll go 15, 20, 25, and then I will attempt to use an action to stealth.
Yeah, go for it.
I missed that bonus action stealth. Still 17. Could be worse.
Good to know. Harry Johnson in your bar.
Are these wooden tables?
No, I just picked that color so that way it would contrast with the environment. They're like a dark gray metal.
So you're saying I can carry this?
They're attached to the floor.
Can I rip it off the floor?
You can try. It's gonna be tough, but you can try. If you want to give me a strength check.
Valor does not count. So 21.
I mean, it's enough where you're able to pick it up. You're moving at like a quarter of your speed if you want to carry it, but yeah.
What's a quarter of 40?
10.
Yeah, he's just gonna move 10 feet there with the table.
Okay, so there isn't really any room for you to put the table on that side of you in the room at the moment, with where Dread is positioned.
Let me see.
Yeah. You could be on the other side of the table and start moving it this way, but just because of positioning, there isn't room for a 5 by 10 foot
If I was to
massive
move
science table.
here, would that give me enough room?
Yeah, you could basically do that with it. and
Okay. Then yeah,
have
that's
it be like right there.
yeah, that's what I'll do. Good question. Would powerful build change anything?
Powerful build is the only thing that let you come close to
Okay.
lifting that table.
Perfect. Then we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that thing is hundreds of pounds. It is
Perfect.
hundreds of pounds bolted into the floor with a lot of piping that you ripped out of the ground in the process.
We don't need this room. It's okay.
All right, on to R5. You're up.
All right. I will move over here. And do I have enough line of sight to go for a blaster shot?
Definitely got 3/4
imagine
cover,
yeah.
at least. Yeah,
Oh. When you factor in cover, that is an 11, so no.
not gonna be good enough, unfortunately.
Well, worth a shot. Literally.
All right, anything else?
Nope. Actually, yes. Can I take a bonus action to try and stealth? Are
Yeah,
they stuck behind cover? No.
yeah, you could try.
Emphasis on try. That is a 17.
Good to know. On to their turn. Okay, so let's see then. We're gonna go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and start with this one. Well, I mean, Dread, you're right there in front, so it's kind of got to shoot at you. So give me a defense roll, please.
But he's kneeling, right?
Yep.
So disadvantage?
That'll be a 22.
22 is good enough. Second shot for you. Another defense roll.
18.
Barely not good enough, unfortunately. So this one will hit. So that'll be 8 points of energy damage for you. Yeah, the whole defense roll thing makes it so a lot of those things, for Valor in particular, make it a significantly more powerful ability than it already is if you allow it to apply as a negative for the enemy's attack rolls. So just doesn't apply for this. Okay, and then it's just going to angle up and start shooting at Harry. So Harry, give me a defense roll, please.
Yep. 11.
All right, 11's not going to be good enough, so that'll be 13 energy damage for you.
Okay. So 11.
Yep, and then one more defense roll after that.
27.
Oh yeah, totally good enough on that front. Nothing to worry about. He's going to move back and hide. The other one who's over there is going to start powering up something else on one of his gauntlets. 5, 10, 15, 20. Get right up there and then blast out this little cone off of his wrist. I'm going to need Harry and Dread to give me con saves, please, as this cold just begins to blast and wash over you.
13.
Hit me, baby.
All right, so it's 9 points of cold damage, and you also gain 1 level of the slowed condition, meaning your movement speed is reduced by 15.
All right.
25, 30. It'll start backing up. We got one more over here. It's going to pop right here. He's going to shoot at Harry. I'm going to need 2 defense rolls from you, please.
All right. That's the first for 10.
That'll hit for 5 energy damage.
Okay, down to 3.
All right, then one more.
19.
19 is good enough, so you're fine on that one.
All
So
right.
he went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so you will start running away towards the far side of the room, and then as a bonus action, he's going to do a thing to see. Let's see if it matters. He just kind of disappears out of view. Last you saw, he was running towards the back of the room, but otherwise, you don't see him. That's the end of their turn. Dread, you're up.
He's gonna kind of shake off. He's not looking good. There are wires everywhere, and his entire torso is just... It's kind of that, like, when you see, like, frost cresting across glass. He's just... The parts of him that are still organic are shivering. And he just looks in, and he just goes, "Eeny, meeny, miny." And he points at the closer one.
Okay.
Mo. He's going to attack the further one with a short circuit.
There you go.
Yeah, that hits. Roll some damage.
14 lightning damage.
Nice. This guy starts just full on flailing around on the far side of the room. Not looking good. Still up, though, unfortunately.
And he will just cough a horrid dry cough and shuffle off to the side here.
Yeah, it's like, please get out of that doorway. Thank you.
And just lean himself against the wall.
Okay. Yeah, you just slump against the wall. All right, Granny.
It's my turn.
All right, Granny. Granny is going to move up here. Were there any invisible guys in there? Because Granny does have 30 feet of blind sight.
You just see the 2 pop up in your field of view in the room.
Well, Granny is going to cast something she and I have been wanting to cast for a while. She is going to cast Horror.
Ooh, that sounds nasty.
You project a phantasmal image of the creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration.
Okay.
This power has no effects on constructs or droids.
I don't think you have to do one, Paul, because you're right next to me. So you wouldn't be
No,
included
you
in
just
the
snuck
cone,
up
would
on
you?
me.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I got some wisdom saves to roll. Yeah, the ones you see fail. So they are frightened, I do believe.
Right. And they drop whatever they're holding,
drop
which
their-
presumably their weapons.
Yep, they drop their weapons on the ground.
Very nice. All right.
Very nice
Granny only has
indeed.
5 more feet of movement, so she's going to move right there.
You would know this, but because horror is concentration, valor would drop. If you
Yes.
want to okay, cool. So valor drops for everybody. H4, your turn.
Okay.
Did
you just X yourself
Red X
out?
on yourself.
Oh, that was not the remove icon button. That was a remove character button.
25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, and I'm going to punch this guy. Let's see what to do. 17 hits, I think.
Mhm.
Unless he's a
It
different
hits.
type of guy.
It hits. Roll damage.
Only 6 kinetic damage. Let's try and slap him again. 19
Yeah.
or 9 kinetic damage.
All right. Still up.
All right. And then I will use. You know what? Harry's up next, so I'm just gonna stay put.
All right. On to Harry.
Yep.
up.
He's just going to drop the table and run in. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Okay.
25.
Yeah. So that's max movement.
Yep.
For you. For
That
this
is
turn.
max movement, and I will attack that one. 17, which I believe
Hits.
is for 17 kinetic.
Yeah, he's dead.
All right. Can I switch to? I can switch to my bowcaster without using a.
For me, it's like you can do, as long as it's part of the attack action, you can swap like once per turn for what weapon you're using.
Okay. I am going to shoot at that one with the bowcaster. 8. That's gonna miss. Yeah, and that ends my turn.
All right. R5, over to you.
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You know what? I'm gonna attempt a blaster shot on the guy right there. That is 18 to hit
That hits. Roll some damage.
for 10 points of energy damage.
All right. Not looking good, but it's still up.
Yep.
So then it's on to these other guys' turns. This one is just going to run away. It goes.
Ooh. I could have done something, but now I can't because it's not my turn.
I haven't moved anybody yet. What do you want to do?
Take a bonus action to dash to get 5, 10, 15, 20 feet, and next to this guy.
Cool. He's going to use his bonus action to disengage, and then he's going to run away. And because
There goes my idea.
It was a
good idea.
It was a very good idea.
idea.
I like the idea, but that's how that goes. He's going
It
to
really be like it do.
dash away
fate.
into there. I'll give you a brief glimpse into the hallway as he goes.
I like brief glimpses.
There you go. You can see into that hallway. Oh, he's running away. Clearly that way leaves this sector.
Jacques Le Bleu.
Jacques Le Bleu. It wasn't me.
That's gonna be my next character's name, Jacques Le Bleu.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He actually is able to run far enough to get off the map, so he's out of the combat now. This guy that was hiding pops up into view on the other side of this. You just hear him kind of yelling out. It's like, "For the Empire!" And he jumps up and he just slaps this like little device on his hip. And you just all feel this kind of wave of radiation blast out over you. Give me a con save, please.
Specifically, who does this apply to? Just so we know.
Specifically, it applies to everybody in the room. So just that would be R5,
Okay.
H4, and Harry.
16.
I'm not gonna make a saving throw, and I'm just gonna take my Vow of Fate roll of 19 plus 1 for 20.
Cool.
I think, yeah, you know what? I'm using a fate point on this one.
Nice.
Excellent
Okay,
call.
fate point well spent. That's a natural 20.
Very nice. So you all take half of this damage and do not suffer a level of exhaustion.
Nice.
Oh.
So you take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Can droids take necrotic damage?
Yep.
Oh, no, we have resistance to necrotic damage, actually.
Oh, so I guess half that further then?
So I'll take that 3 damage.
Boo-hoo. Okay, that's, yeah, he's going to bonus action. He's going to run away, too.
Do I get an up attack?
No, bonus
yeah.
action to disengage. So.
Gotcha.
All right, door closes behind him as well. You see him running off into the tunnel, leaving the area.
Same tunnel that the other guy went on.
Same one, yeah, off
Okay.
to the southeast. Dread, what do you want to do?
Am I still slowed?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
It was just for the one.
Presume I have to. Do I need to I need to go one over in order to go through the door, right?
Correct.
I can't diagonal. Okay.
Yeah, not from that corner.
Ooh, I made it to the door, the other door. I see nobody there. I'll roleplay it as I run past Harry. Just where did I go?
You went right to that door.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll run to that
You can't see
door.
because the door is closed in front of you. If you want to open it, you can.
Okay, no, I'll open it. I
See,
would like
he
to
didn't get very far.
I would like to try to take a non-lethal shot with my disruptor pistol.
Okay.
I think the universe has Dave's look on its face right now.
That's what the Star Wars 5e system says. That's what it says. Doesn't make a lick of sense, but you can do so. I'm going to try to not lethally shoot this guy with molten plasma energy.
Just
Using
wing
a
him in the
fake-
head.
I'll aim for the shoulder.
No, I'm just going to aim for his head and try to knock him out.
Okay, natural 20.
There you go.
Oh, good. Okay, I know there was a lot going on. But, that's 7 energy damage.
He's still up. Ha ha! Ha ha ha!
Oh my god.
The universe
And
is smiling
with
on
his-
me now.
With the last of his breath, he's just gonna go, Harry! Sick him!
Okay.
But don't kill him, like, knock him out, you know, it's... Oh, okay, I'm actually out of breath now.
How dare you treat me like a dog?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Granny, over to you.
Granny's gonna pick up one of the blaster rifles that was dropped.
Oh god. Oh, this is okay. Now we've reached true horror.
Go on.
Which that does not count as an action, right? That's just like a, I don't know what the term is, free action.
You can pick it up as part. You can pick it up as like part of an attack. Yeah.
Okay, then she's gonna try to shoot this guy with it.
All right. So you do not have proficiency with this.
Correct.
It's just straight D20 plus Dex.
Did you not call him non-lethally shoot this guy?
I don't know if it can.
Oh,
That
It
one.
doesn't matter.
it was so close. I saw it. I saw
Oh,
it on the
know,
19.
That was on 19 for a full second.
That would have been so funny. Granny
been-
said knock you out, and I'm Granny.
That would have been incredible. But unfortunately, a natural one is always a miss. So anything else for Granny?
Yeah, she's gonna use a fate point to re-roll it.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Leaves you guys with 1.
Ha!
Oh,
22.
22 does hit. Roll damage.
All right, what's the damage for a blaster rifle?
The rules do say that you call whether you want to make it lethal or not when the damage is dealt.
Okay, she'll make it non-lethal, I guess.
Blaster rifle is
For tonight,
1d8.
yes, we'll do that. After tonight, no, we're revising that. But for tonight, that's how it works.
Okay.
Because that is a bridge too far, sir.
Why are you telling me? I didn't write the rules.
You brought it up. Kill the messenger. Okay, Granny, it's a D8 plus your dex.
No man threatens a messenger. This is
Okay.
madness.
Ha! All right, that is 7.
He had exactly 7 hit points left.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, God. Okay, so that is the last of the enemies all in this current area that you guys are dealing with. We'll drop out of initiative as Granny quite literally blind fires down a hallway and non-lethally knocks out a death trooper with a blaster rifle she picked up off the ground.
Oh god.
Rod just drops to all fours.
That is why she is the captain.
So good.
No, Granny's the captain.
I'm downrange. I'm downrange.
Your granny!
You not Granny?
That's Harry.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you guys want to
Never
drag?
mind, why is Harry not the captain?
Do you guys want to drag this person back into the room with you?
Yes.
Let's torture this guy.
Torture.
I mean, interrogate.
I'm very excited
Interrogate.
for the interrogation. You guys might not know this, but Granny is really good at interrogating people.
Oh,
Losing
Harry.
one alive so we can interrogate him.
Harry is great at torturing, so
So
Wish that he had died
So we
once
can double team him, alright.
interrogate him.
he won't know
he
what
would have
hit
rather
him.
died, yeah. He would have rather died. Okay, and the door to the hallway does close behind you. I presume Harry is the one who walks in and just no effort at all, just drags and like tosses this unconscious guy back into the room. If
I'm
you want
dragging
to
him by
wake
his
up-
boot,
Oh yeah,
and then
it
I'm
stays
gonna
on.
toss
It's
him
very
onto.
well. It's a very well fitting boot. It stays on, but
Yeah, is there like a belt of any sort on him?
yeah, they all of these guys have like some basic like utility tool belts.
Take it off and try to use it to bind his hands with.
Why not just break his arms?
I'm gonna say at this point, if you start breaking his legs, he's gonna die. But
What about his ankle?
Let's go through every bone and joint of his body to figure out what we can and cannot break before he dies.
I was gonna say Harry
Here's
Johnson
how
just
it's
hits
gonna-
him with a sick crossover.
Oh god, I don't actually. No, you know what? I'm gonna not
Goes
do
straight
that.
to the rim.
I was about to put gamified rules for how to torture, and I'm not gonna do that.
That's a
So-
road I don't
Well,
think we want to go down.
Granny kind of does. She has a force power called
Yes,
Probe
outside
Mind.
of- Outside of Granny's torture, I'm not
Okay.
going to impose my own rules on how many bones you can break before a guy dies.
I mean,
And we'll vibe
So
it as we go.
Dred's gonna
Yep.
Dred's gonna pull his mask off.
Yeah, you pull the whole helmet off. He's a man. He's got some pretty stern features. Got a couple scars on his face. He's unconscious, so his eyes are closed. But if you do a quick little check, he's got these blue eyes, black hair, pretty closely cropped, going down. You see he's got like a little tattoo on the side of his neck that is just a series of numbers. You figure it's like like his
Not registration.
it's like the number that's on a
Um,
dog tag, whatever that is. It's
service
you figure
number.
yeah, it's his service number that he's got tattooed onto his neck. You don't recognize him.
okay, I slap him. Wake
You're
up.
able to wake him up after a little bit. Yeah, he's awake. He's just kind of looking around at all of you.
Well, what was that about for the Empire and all that?
He just stares at you.
I'll take out the hidden blade and start slowly creeping up towards him.
Okay, you can give me an intimidation check at disadvantage.
Oh, that.
Just to be clear, I was
Well-
using a fate. Just to be clear, I was using a fate point for that disadvantage. I wasn't just saying, "Oh, you're not."
And
intimidating.
you know what Fate said? You're gonna roll a 2 on that one. So
I feel like it's
We're gonna
really-
roll two.
it looks about as intimidating as you would probably expect.
H4 was trying to back you up behind you, and he was like trying to wave his fisticuffs, but it's just springy arms, so it didn't help at all.
He doesn't even bat an eye.
It's not a reaction of fear. It's more like, so this is how it ends, huh?
He doesn't even pay attention to the fact that you're wheeling up towards him.
Ouch.
That's what you get when you roll 2 2s.
Nah, it makes sense. Just
No,
still hurts.
not the
He's far more
talkative
focused
sort,
on the very mechanized person in front of him, the giant Wookiee, also nearby. But yeah, sorry, Dredd.
All
you were
right,
saying
that's cool.
something.
Just ignore the knife.
Not the talkative sort, are you?
He stares.
Maybe he doesn't have to speak.
Granny's gonna walk over to him, and
That's so many words.
it sure is.
All right. So yeah. So the initial gleaning of thoughts that you get is, ow, 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 ow. It hurts so bad. Ow, 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 ow. It hurts. NZK 609. Ow, 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 ow. NZK 609. NZK 609. Ow, 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 ow. It hurts so bad.
Feel free to ask him a question. But we won't get many chances, so make it a good one.
Harry, you got one of those stim packs?
Oh, like a med pack?
Med pack, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting them confused.
Yeah?
Let's make sure our friend here can withstand the process without passing out on us again. They'll just pat his cheek.
Okay. I guess I will administer the med pack.
Okay, he gets like 7 hit points back.
How many are still alive?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Granny will use her action to probe deeper. And she's also going to heighten the power, which is I need to spend 3 force points and gives him disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay, disadvantage on a wisdom saving throw, and your DC again, sorry, is
16.
16. All right. He fails. Okay, so when you probe deeper, takes the damage, right? So
it does take 1d6.
Yeah, so roll the d6. He's still gonna be alive because, yeah.
3.
All right, so he's got 4 hit points left at the moment. In his mind, you mostly hear him just repeating that same NZK 609, NZK 609, NZK 609. And then eventually you do hear him starting to kind of try to like do a little bit of math. He's kind of working through like kind of the fog in his brain after being, knocked unconscious with a blaster bolt. He keeps hanging up on after he's trying to focus on the NZK 609, and then it starts turning into NZK 609, NZK 609 over and over. And because of the way the probing works, I believe you gain insight into the reasoning for it. You figure this is like a mantra he's trying to repeat to himself to, fight back against the torture, but there's a particular number in there that he's hanging up on every time he's trying to say it, or trying to say it inside his own head.
He seems to focus a lot on the number 6. I have a feeling there are 6 of them left.
What are you all doing here?
Imperial business. Move along. And
Granny will probe again.
All right, roll that d6.
Oh, it can make an intelligence check to try to end the power, by the way.
Oh, he'll definitely do that, then, yeah. Thank you. Intelligence check.
An intelligence check contested by my force casting ability check, is what it says.
All right, using the fate point for that. That would be 12.
I got 16.
So yeah, you beat him. It stays up. And so, he needs to roll a wisdom save before taking damage, and I guess you get to learn more regardless. It's just whether if he takes damage.
Actually, it says I can use my action to deal 1d6 psychic damage automatically.
Right, but you're also probing as your action. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind.
Sure.
All right, he falls unconscious. You hear, you do at least glean a little bit of something about coordinates and the ice and corona.
Oh yes, the last thing I heard, something about finding coordinates and ice corona or something. Doesn't mean anything to me.
Ice corona. Anybody know anything about an icy corona?
Sounds refreshing, but
I guess, can we make a history check?
Anybody, let's see, probably wouldn't be history.
Oh.
Well, I guess it's lore, which is the equivalent of history, so I just can't remember if there was a different stat that made more sense. But yeah, lore, please. If anybody...
Sure.
Anybody can make it if they want to.
Why not?
yep.
Why not?
War.
Lord.
Wow.
11.
Wow.
Oh god, all of
You'll
us
love
rolled
to see
so.
Wow, we are all
Alright.
dummies.
Fine.
I mean, we've made that made that
16.
abundantly clear.
Okay, is everybody good with their rolls? You have
Yep.
3 fate points.
I'll use a fate
Just so-
point.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay, so that's 2 of them down.
I shall re-roll my 0.
It's worse.
All right, all 3 are
15.
claimed.
I'm just kidding.
15, and Harry.
I am not going to use mine.
Oh, you're not going to use
Oh,
it. Okay.
You know what? If he won't, then I will. So
Okay.
24.
Oh.
I got the party's one brain
Holy
cell.
How?
There you go. So everybody else doesn't ring a bell, but R5, you do start thinking like, okay, Corona. Okay, what is Corona's? Oh, it's like, okay, so it's the area around a star. Okay, so there must be some star near Ison. There's some coordinates near there in particular that they're looking for. So you know that there is a place called Ison where wherever they're looking for is something more specific than just generally in that star system. Specific coordinates within that star system. And you would know how to find that general star system like in your astrogation charts and stuff if you wanted to look it up.
They're looking for something that's not here. I don't know if we have any unfinished business down here, but I could try to get us back to the ship. I could try to get us there.
Unfinished business. We don't have any unfinished business here.
I cannot think
I
of
don't know.
anything.
We've just been going through and killing whoever shows up.
He is not wrong. I say we leave.
Sure, you want to leave our client just dying of disease.
Oh,
Sure,
right.
fine.
Okay.
Also, Harry's infected too. Don't forget that part.
Don't worry about me.
You never told me.
Okay, that's not good.
I think he will be fine. Imagine a zombie
Is that
strength
you
Wookiee.
again?
Was the 4 the damage there?
That was the damage.
He falls unconscious from psychic damage. Once again.
Well, we can keep trying to revive him to get more information, but at some point he's just going to break completely. Can't tell you how long that'll take.
Rod's just gonna behead him with the vibro sword.
Yeah,
Well.
his head rolls on the ground. Blood starts just pooling up all around around the body.
Served his purpose. He doesn't need to suffer.
And there you have another thrilling session of Starships and Scoundrels. Remember to subscribe and tune back in next week to see what else may happen to the crew of the Mayday. If you don't want to wait quite that long, go ahead and check out the channel because we have tons of other videos about RPGs, board games, video games, movies, pretty much everything nerdy under the sun. Thanks as always for watching, and may the Force be with you.
Granny hefts up her new blaster rifle and just says,
Okay.
Let's get moving!
Yep, right away. Yes, let's move. Oh god. Don't point
All
that way.
right.